To the live, trying this new little setup that I'm doing right here. Hopefully I'm not bouncing around too much. Maybe if I get a solid piece. 1 second. Here we go. I'm gonna get there. We're gonna get there, folks. Oy. How's everyone doing? It's the PokeGator. Some technical difficulties. I thought I was gonna not bounce so much. But here we are. And you're gonna see like how I operate and how I do things. So, it's a little sneak peek, right? Let's see. Solid. Is this solid? Is this gonna help me, or is this gonna make things worse? How you doing, folks? There we go. Let's turn this around. How you doing? You're gonna see my electrical right above me. There we go. How you doing? Yeah, well, welcome to another live, and where I literally dial in, but you also could dial in if you haven't got a chance to join the channel, subscribe, come on down, and we can dial in together. Turn this around. There we go. There we go. We're getting some places. Now, oh gosh, hold up. Am I doing this right? There we go. There we go. There we go. Now I'm cooking with oil. Maybe if I'm cooking with oil. Turn this around now. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Maybe. There we go. Now I tighten this thing up. How you doing, everybody? Welcome in. See, you don't really see this now. Now I know what I'm doing, kinda, right? I kinda know what I'm doing. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Cool. Is this going to work? It does. All right. Let's see. 45 minutes on the bike and 45 minutes ranting about the state of Pokemon. So we're going to do this all together. Whew, here we go. How you folks doing? It's the PokeGator. And we're going to be talking about Ascended Heroes and why it is honestly one of the worst. It's not one of the worst sets. It is one of the worst TCG drops, I think, in Pokemon history. And that's not just talking about, Champion's Path and all that good stuff, and or the Blooming Waters, right, to Costco. I have seen over the course of these last couple of days of how people are acting and doing, and obviously everyone got their PC ETBs in. Everyone got their PC ETBs in. And my God, I have seen the entire Facebook marketplace flooded. And I mean flooded with PC ETBs, and everyone is asking for 250, and that's not selling. So everyone's asking for 200 now, and that's not selling. So everyone's trying to undercut each other. Folks, we are stepping into unfamiliar territory, right? We're stepping into unfamiliar territory that most people haven't even experienced in Pokemon. Now, what do I mean by that? People are experiencing the first time in a long time of holding a bag. And the people who have over-leveraged themselves are going to feel it the worst. They're going to feel it in a way where they're going to see Pokemon as something like, oh my gosh. So, product doesn't make me the quick money anymore because everyone has it. When an item becomes, right, when you're dealing with an item that everyone has, it becomes almost obsolete. But for the people who are here in this hobby for the long haul, we don't care. I'm gonna be playing the games like no one's business. I'm gonna be collecting the cards when I can. And on top of it, I'm gonna enjoy Generation 10. It's like I'm telling you, most of these people who are collecting right now don't have the heart of a collector. They don't even have a heart of a investor. Most of these people in this hobby right now have this hollowness, right? And I'm seeing it on other, PokeTuber channels, and not like the main ones, but like I'm seeing as I'm scrolling through, and it's all about money. I think I saw someone today and she's pretty big, right? Okay. Has been reselling cars, boom, ruined it for the real fans. Yeah. Like someone like right there, right? I remember when I was going to card shows when Brilliant Stars was coming out. Everyone had the trainer galleries. Cards were super affordable. We were making straight trades. And, people were making, good profit around that time too. But it didn't feel soulless and heartless. And what I was going to say is, there's a channel, and she's pretty big and she's very known. And I really did like her content really much, right? But the moment that I start seeing like, hey, in order for us to communicate, I'm gonna put up a paywall, and this paywall is a Discord with all these investors, and where you can talk about it all the time, and we're gonna talk about my moves, and obviously, like, it felt such like a sad moment, because like obviously my channel, the way I'm viewing my channel, is someone who's just a fan in this hobby, who's a dad, and just watching these people just make the most egregious takes, and on top of it, like it's sad. And then proceeds to go talk about in today's post that she says that do not open packs. Opening packs is a waste of time and whatnot. And I'm telling you right now, as of 2 days ago, as you guys know, I opened up a Pokemon Center Celebrations ETB. Now, it wasn't my doing, it was my daughter's doing. And it was a very eye-opening experience for me, not just for opening up the packs, but I got to see my true reaction, because as a father and who holds a pretty big collection, there was that internal fear, like, what if she's gonna rip open something expensive? How would I really react? And boom, it happened, right? It freaking happened. And at first, I was defeated, right? I was like, oh my gosh, a Pokemon Center ETB. Those are going for about $400. I could have traded that for a Silver Tempest or kept it sealed and blah, blah, blah. Like, it was running through my head. And then when I FaceTimed my daughter and my wife, I just saw how happy she was, because we haven't been able to rip packs because of the market, because I just can't justify paying $12 for a new set, right? Lo and behold, I made that YouTube video in shorts and I was just having a blast, right? And that's why when I hear some of these PokeTubers saying that, like, don't rip in the packs, just collect the singles, do this and that, that's very hollow. I'm gonna be honest, like, that's so hollow, and you're not in the hobby for the right reasons. You can put Pokemon plushes behind you and say that you know the hobby. Anyone can do that, right? It's just like social media is a very smoke and mirrors type of thing. And obviously with Pokemon being such a big boom, there's been a lot of smaller channels like myself who are trying to break through. And like in the DJ's live last night, if you guys don't know DJ Pokestop, hopefully I said it right. Fantastic guy. Love his lives because it sounds like you're on a radio show. And that's what I love tuning into. He's very talkative, knows about his product, and he knows about the hobby, but he doesn't say anything he doesn't know, right? It's okay to, and I've learned this in my job, right, in my career field. If you don't know something, it's okay to say you don't know, right? But claiming that you know everything is just like, oh my gosh. Everyone can say holding Ascended Heroes is a good thing to do. Everyone can say Charizard sets, they hold value. Like, no matter what, if you just hold it and have fun with it, you're gonna do just fine. But the justification of having this like paywall of, and people don't see the bigger picture, right? People are paying for this person to get more investments, right? People are paying this person to get more stuff, which makes them more attractive and this and that. And it's just like people, where you got like free channels like myself who just talk about it. I'm saying the same, it's like, it's crazy too. Like TRJ says great things. DJ's Poke Center, great things. Kira's been on top of it when she makes her investment videos. Which is funny because she's not an investment channel. Henry's Poke Center. Guys, you're getting free content daily about moves and how the market's going. You don't need to pay for a paywall for getting in the circle. Like what's the, not paranormal, but parabolic. Is that the right word? Hopefully the people in here can let me know. But like having a relationship with someone that you don't know it could, be a downfall for most people. Like, I appreciate everybody coming in. I try to talk to them. I try to make relationships. I've done people's logos. I try to bring value into the way we talk to each other and blah blah. But like, if I started the conversation saying that, like, hey, in order to become my friend, you have to pay me $5. $5 a month. You kidding me? Like, I can get the same exact information from somebody else. Like, Pokemon is not, it's not hard. It's not hard to talk about. Because at the end of the day, it's your collection. It's like what you want to do. I have a fantastic friend who collects desert Pokemon, and he's having a freaking blast. When I first joined the hobby, I just wanted all the evolutions in VMAX form. boom, I got it. And now I also got the Celebration Trio and Sequential. I got the 151, all the evolutions, and I was super happy. I knew what I wanted. But some people in this hobby have to like wait for someone to say something. For someone to say like, oh, this has value, go get it. Because people are so afraid of making decisions by themselves. But I'm telling you folks, the ones who make the decisions, you know, those are the people who step ahead. Don't limit yourself to like a freaking paywall group. I'm saying it right now. Daily with Pokemon. There are so many PokeTubers who are just here for the hobby and the heart of it. Surround yourself with people like that. Like, I don't know, guys. I feel like you have to flex money, flex whatever you got to get people's attention to prove yourself. But at the end of the day, I'm just a dad. I'm a husband. And I just love what Pokemon's done for me for my entire life. And with Ascended Heroes dropping, I've seen people spend so much money on this set when it literally it's just coming out. It is just coming out, and people are taking out loans and pouring so much money. I think I mentioned in a previous video that when I was getting my Evolving Skies, before I even go into getting to the heart of the hobby for me especially is playing the game and doing everything I can to help people get into them and teach. Boom, right there. Like, one day I actually would like to go to a local game store and play the TCG. I really do want to try to do that. My bread and butter is the video games. I play the crap out of Legends Arceus. Right now I've been playing the crap of Legends ZA. I honestly might do a Fire Red Nuzlocke on live. I think that'd be super fun that we do that every week where we just talk about Pokemon and play Pokemon. Most of these PokeTubers are not doing that. So what do you guys think? We should do a Nuzlocke. Should we do Emerald version? What? Talk to me. I'd love to do a Nuzlocke of one of the games. I think Game Boy Advance era. Game Boy Advance era is what a freaking time, right? But as I was saying, like this guy walks into the shop with, oh my gosh, like all these hits. I really think from what he has spent, he spent over $500. $500 worth. Oh, hold up. Nuts, by the way. Fantastic to meet you. I'm the PokeGator. You are officially now part of the Gator Gang. Sorry, I don't make the rules. Now we dial in together, brother or sister. Too many videos or pack ribbons with $1. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And on top of it, everyone has to like copy Deep Pocket Monster. And I see through the bullshit. Excuse my language. I really do. There's so many people trying to do the next viral thing with Pokemon. And you know, like, right, content. I'm a content creator. I would like to do something on those lines, but I see it, and it's not genuine, right? There's another content creator where her and her husband are doing the Deep Pocket Monster thing. They got it quite a big following, but it is like each one of their posts is at the restocks. Each one of their posts is about having their carts full. And it's just like, that's not, like, what happens when the hobby goes when everyone can get it, right? Content like that is not gonna fly, right? It's not. The people who survive this are the people who just love freaking Pokemon for what it is. You will see when we catch up with XL distribution. Oh, hold up, nuts. Let's see. I'm going through the Professor program right now to run. Oh, dude, fantastic. So you're going to be a person who like is running the TCG. Hey, that's fantastic. People like you are a piece of gold to the hobby, right? That's what I'm talking about. You are putting effort into the future generations and the people who are here. Love that. Honestly, nuts. I'll take some pointers from you. I would love for somebody to teach me how to play the game. And then I go to a tournament and I win. Like PokeDad turned into TCG Master. I think I can do it. But first, I got to handle a couple things around my house. We just moved into my new home. We got a baby on the way, literally this weekend or next. So if I see a text message saying it's time to go, it's like we're at that point right now. So, but yeah, kind of what I've been talking about with Ascended Heroes. It is not the time to go in. It's not the time. It is specifically not the time. Much appreciated, man. Much appreciated. And thank you so much for stopping by, hanging out with the channel. I'm still gonna post this live. So you'll see it on my channel. This is mainly just how I keep myself active and doing my workout. I got about 20 more minutes before I pass out. So if I'm out of breath, because I'm working the legs. But with Ascended Heroes, right? It's not the time to go in. It's time to look in places that people are not looking. Now, me personally, right? I am going to be potentially moving all of this clutter that I have back into Brilliant Stars. I feel like Sword and Shield, there's this like weird scale that we're dealing with Scarlet and Violet and Sword and Shield. Either on one side or the other. Either Scarlet and Violet is overvalued, or Sword and Shield is undervalued. And I'm under the impression Sword and Shield is undervalued. That generation not only welcomed me into the hobby, it had arguably the best artworks. I think Mega Evolution is also a sleeper because of its artworks. I'm like in between. It's like either because right now people are not really focused on Mega Evolution because people are afraid of the overprinting because of the new facility, XL distribution. We're gonna get a lot of Mega Evolution, folks. But the Scarlet and Violet is that weird stepchild that we don't know what to do with. I know that sounds so bad. That sounds so horrible. But that does sound horrible. I'm gonna use another analogy. It's the black sheep. There we go. That's still horrible. I'm still connecting it to, no. Forget what I said right there. It's the outlier, right? Scarlet and Violet is such a strange era because it's an era based off of not its game. There's so much wrong with Scarlet and Violet that they knew with their game and what they produced. They're like, we don't feel good about it. We're going to just throw Generation 1 Pokemon, right? Everyone loves Generation 1 Pokemon. Eevees, we're going to throw an Eevee set. Yeah. Boom. Oh, God, that's Black and White. A whole new generation. Generation 5. What? 4 generations ago, we're going to be focused. What about Generation 9? No. Honestly, the biggest Pokemon that came out of Scarlet and Violet is Ceruledge, Tinkaton. We don't even care about the legendaries. Miraidon, Koraidon. They're not even legendaries. Did you guys even know that? They are Paradox Pokemon based off Cyclizard in the future and the past. Not even legendaries because there's multiple of them. If you guys played the game, you know. So it's like it was such a janky era, even with the game of loading the game and seeing the characters doing T poses and it won't even load. Now the Switch 2 is what is supposed to be. Right, I can go on and on, but when it came to Sword and Shield, it was a fantastic game for what it was. It was so fun to jump into going from, oh gosh, like a little handheld Nintendo DS to the Switch. What a jump, right? And if you haven't got a chance, if you weren't there to experience that, I'm telling you folks, it was like oh man, yeah, it's like you had to be there. And someone who's been playing every single game leading up to now, Scarlet and Violet is my opinion, one of the worst generations. And that's like saying over Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon was a good time, but it was such a strange time. X and Y did so much better with the game. What a fantastic generation X and Y was. But Sword and Shield brought it back, right? It really brought it back. With Zacian and Zamazenta. So cool. Now those are legendary Pokemon right there. Ooh. I honestly love the Scarlet and Violet legendaries featuring Shroud Fables. The cards are so playable too. Yeah, Pheasantipity is a freaking beast, I've heard. I think it's so hard because, you know, like I feel like if they would have done something different with the game, Scarlet and Violet, I think, man, Sword and Shield box legendaries are so cool. Thank you. Yeah, the Sword and Shield Pokemon. So that's why I'm getting super excited about Generation 10. I feel like Pokemon has learned from Scarlet and Violet, and they're going to incorporate what they've learned into a full-fledged love game for the players. Now, Generation 10 is based off of Indonesia. Definitely it's going to be on the lines of Wind and Wave, supposedly. But they're going to be like, with the leaks they've been saying that it's going to be more of a grandpa and a grandma look like legendary, so a very ancient looking Pokemon. And that gets me super excited. With ancient Pokemon brings so much lore and love and exploration. Oh, and speaking of exploration, Generation 10, from what the leaks have been saying, it's going to be very explorable, but it's going to be a contained exploration. Now, what that means is, yeah, Scarlet and Violet was, you know, you had your map, you're running around, but it felt like, I don't know, it didn't feel like I was, I don't know, I just like, it just felt like one of those, like a map, right? It didn't feel kinetic. It didn't feel like I was really doing too much in that game. But I feel with the exploration with Sky and going under the water, I think we had a leak view of the Luminion underwater. So Pokemon are going to be having react with environment, Luminion or Luminion. You know, the fish glows underwater. So you'll have like a lantern or, yeah, Chinchou and Lantern are going to probably be in there too, of lighting the underwater caves, and you're going to have your Sky Pokemon. So exciting, right? And having the gimmick based off of weather, folks. Now, it's speculation that the weather Pokemon or the weather gimmick, oh gosh, if it changes the form, that's what we're begging for, right? If it doesn't, I'm going to be a little bit upset, right? I'm going to be a little, I would say like a little set back, because it's such a missed opportunity of having a thunderstorm Pikachu or a volcanic Camerupt or a Sandvale Nidoking. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can do a lot of really cool ideas with this potential concept coming up. But we're going to be seeing it on the 27th. So we got less than 1 week for the 30th anniversary announcement. And that's also, we're going to be seeing the, oh goodness gracious, we're going to be seeing the starter Pokemon too. Supposedly it's a bear for the fire. Fire starter is going to be a bear. A dolphin for the water, which is weird because we just got a water dolphin Pokemon. And the grass is a rhino. Now, you know, Nintendo loves their rhinos. They've done very good things with Pokemon needs versatility like Nintendo did for Zelda. Exactly. Ooh. And I think that's what they're going to be trying to go for. Ooh, okay, my legs are hurting. And I think we're going to, like, I don't think it's going to be Breath of the Wild per se, but we're leaning towards that direction. I think Generation 11 is going to be it. Generation 10 is going to be that bridge, right? Because I feel like they've started to play around with, you know, Legends Arceus or Arceus. Sorry, Pokeplumber. And we're closing on something fantastic, and that's why I'm not really focused on Scarlet and Violet, because Pokemon is always trying to outdo themselves. Their Pokemon is always trying to outdo themselves. They're always going to try to make a better set. Folks, we even talked about the Darkrai and the Absol Z and Garchomp Z set, and then the Rayquaza set with Groudon and Kyogre, Alpha and Omega form. Buckle up, Buttercup, because those are going to be the sets. So honestly, the plays right now for me would either be push all my Scarlet and Violet to Sword and Shield and start gathering my and really start gathering my Mega Evolutions. Mega Evolution is such a fantastic generation. Way better than Scarlet and Violet will ever do. That's just my opinion. They definitely knocked out of the park with the Lucario and Gardevoir, Absol for Mega Evolution, and then with that Charizard is beautiful. I don't care how many people are saying that Charizard is mid. Oh gosh, that Charizard is fantastic. This is not a shield channel. I'm not shielding. I'm just saying, Mega Evolution, this block outshines, just outshines Scarlet and Violet. I have no idea why people are going nutso butso for Destined Rivals when you have. Ooh, don't even start with me, Joey. Don't even start with me. I know. Hey, right? Someone with the Team Rocket hat has to do it. But I feel like this is where I'm gonna go, and I just don't care for. I can't pay for a $600 booster box of Destined Rivals. I understand it's the best generation. It's not. It's the best out of the generation, but it's no Evolving Skies. It's definitely not a Brilliant Stars. It probably could match things like Lost Origin, in my opinion. But as we were saying, like the Garchomp in that set, and you guys said the Ho-Oh, really beautiful cards, right? It's just not what I want to put my time and effort into. I think even the Mega Dragonite, the Gengar, the definitely the Charizard blows those freaking cards out of the water, and it tells a story. I mean, yeah, the Ethan, Ho-Oh, and Garchomp tells a story, and the Mewtwo tells a story. But it's just not a set that I can just go for. I'm telling you folks right now. And just prepare yourselves for Generation 10. Prepare yourself. You're going to have cards based off of weather. We didn't even know what, like, so Sword and Shield, if you guys remember, we had the V-Star cards. V-Star cards are amazing. We had the VMAX cards and the borders and the V cards, EX cards. Folks, we're going to probably go to GX. We're probably going to go to another block that really blows Scarlet and Violet out of the water. I think Pokemon is cooking up something more than people realize what they're doing. So that's why I say, like, don't go nutso butso for a set that just came out. Like, there's been people, again, fighting over Ascended Heroes. I think I just saw yesterday there was an arrest in my state for Pokemon cards because they were fighting over it in the aisle. That's it's sad, right? When you have someone who, like, again, and then people can claim it's like, well, you're not going out there and you're not buying it, so you're just sitting on the silence, or you're missing out. I ain't missing out. I'm here. I'm here to the freaking end. My daughter loves Pokemon. We were watching the original Pokemon series together right now. She has all these plushies in her bed that she cannot go to bed without. Do you think that I'm gonna miss out? No. I'm having a blast, and I'm gonna keep on having a blast. Versus the people who, oh man, when it becomes available for everybody, a lot of people are gonna lose their credibility because of, it's like, why am I watching your channel when I can just get it myself, right? And people are banking on that, right? People are basing their entire channels on specifically that, right? It's silly. It's silly, and that's where a lot of people are just gonna stop doing content and stop believing. Yeah, I want to just, we ranted for a bit. We hit the 40 minute mark, so I think that's going to be it for me right now because my legs are freaking jello. What do you guys think? I think that was a fantastic talk. We talked about all sorts about Ascended Heroes, how the heart of the hobby is losing its flame, but I'm telling you, there's a light at the end of this tunnel. There is. Oh my gosh, there's a light at this end of this tunnel. And we are just, watch these channels, right? Watch these channels and how they flip-flop left and right. And I'm not just talking about this guy. No, he's cool. Great person, fantastic mindset. But it's just like, I'm just like thinking off the top of my head that what's going to happen when it becomes available for everybody. It's going to be such a satisfying time. People don't understand that ETBs were not the investments. People will still say that Lost Origin and Brilliant Stars ETBs are less of an investment of having an ETB of Modern. Folks, that's Sword and Shield right there. One of the best arrows. Fantastic, folks. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm so glad you guys dialed in with me, and I'm going to be throwing this up on my channel. So if you had a chance to talk with me, love it, folks. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm going to keep this train going. We're almost hitting 1,000 subscribers. We can do it, folks. I think I can do it before July. Just got to keep this train moving. Thank you so much for dialing in with me today. I'm the PokeGator, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.